Good afternoon to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another Streetwear Talk video series where I cover the latest streetwear news, the latest streetwear releases, and realistically it's just the series that I use to talk about anything to do with streetwear or fashion. Now, in today's video, I actually wanted to look back and cover a lookbook that released for a season that obviously released as well earlier in the year. What I wanted to talk about today was the lookbook for Stussy's Spring 2024 collection. Yeah, guys, this has been on my roster of things to do since like early February, and just because of the huge shifts in my life in 2024, I've just really struggled to cover things on time over the past couple months, and I feel like I'm finally getting over that hill in June. But I also don't want to say that because then if I cover anything late, I'm screwed. But like in early February, I saw the lookbook for Stussy's Spring 2024 collection. And I kind of just wanted to have a look at it with you guys, talk about it, talk about what I like, what I don't like, and just have a look at it. And I've held off doing that video for months, and on this Friday that I have off, I thought, let's just do it. Let's just go into the lookbook, have a look at the pieces, see what's cool, see what's not, and that's all we really need to do. So that's what I'm going to do today. Have a look at this past season, talk about that lookbook. How we're going to cover that is by using a hypebeast article, as I always do. We'll head on over there now and we'll start covering, I guess, the release details for when this collection actually dropped. So here we are at the hypebeast article that we're going to be using today, guys. It will be linked down in that description section below if you guys want to have a read of it yourselves. We'll quickly cover the release details for when the season dropped. So Stussy's first drop of their Spring 24 collection released on February 16th. That would have been probably a Friday. Oh, there you go. If I actually read the article, I'd know. Yeah, Stussy generally releases on a Friday. I can't think of many times they haven't dropped on a Friday. It's probably pretty strategic to drop on that day as well, because I feel like most people get paid on either a Wednesday or a Thursday, and it's probably pretty smart to have it on a Friday because people get paid, see that it's dropping on the Friday, and they're like, oh yeah, I just got paid. I'm gonna buy something, you know? Or maybe that's just me looking into it too much. Maybe it's just easy for them to do it on a Friday. Anyway, so it dropped around mid-February for the Northern Hemisphere. That, I think, perfectly lands in the spring season. I will dive into the 23 images and see what we got in this lookbook and season. But yeah, this will highlight mainly the pieces from the first drop. There was a second drop as well with an even smaller lookbook, but I didn't feel like covering the second drop's lookbook because it was like 8 images. I feel like this is the main heavy hitting one to have a look at. So yeah, let's dive in and check out what kind of pieces dropped for spring of 24. So to start it off with, it looks like we've got a double-breasted striped jacket, tailoring pieces, which is quite nice. We've got some, I assume, matching pants, all worn very casually over just a t-shirt. Look, there have been some Stussy suits and tailoring pieces that they've released in the past that I actually have been interested in. They did a Harris tweed like patchwork jacket a couple years ago, like 1 or 2 years ago. It was like gray wool, and then mixed in was just like this really light blue Harris tweed, and it just looked fantastic. And ever since then, I've actually kind of given Stussy the time of day whenever I hear that they're doing tailoring and stuff like that, because they have some cool ideas and have done some cool things in the past. This is obviously a lot more simple than what I just described, but it's okay. I feel like this, if I wore this very casually for like a Sunday brunch or something like that, that's the kind of setting that I feel like you'd wear a Stussy suit to. But each to their own, I suppose. We've got this awesome knit where like the ribbing is done in this really like vibrant pink color, and then the, I guess the valleys of that knit are done in a black color. really like the way that it kind of just cuts off and it doesn't have like traditional ribbing that a lot of knit sweaters have. I would really like to see what other kind of color options this came in. If it only came in the pink, that's fine. But it would have been cool to see what other colors it also came in, because I would have liked something maybe a little bit more toned down, but I could get around this pink because of the textures that are applied to it. Looks like we got some very utilitarian pants down here with huge pockets on them. Probably not my flavor, but it's a cool piece nonetheless. We have this very perforated, I guess, sweater. It has a collar, so I'm a little bit unsure on what to call it. Long sleeve? Collared long sleeve, I suppose. It's a cool premise. I would have liked it done on like a sweater or something like that, but on a shirt is cool as well. It looks like we got some really nice indigo denim for the season as well, and a cool little belt to match maybe the shirt as well. That's all fine. We've got what looks to be a army lining jacket, done in a bomber jacket style. This looks like a cool piece. Looks like a denim jacket underneath as well. I like the trucker cap that they've done for this season. White stitching, classic Stussy logo on the front, and like the matching color to what the Stussy logo is as the mesh of the back of the trucker. That's cool. I like the oil stained kind of looking pants here. I'd love to know what material they are, because they look kind of shiny. If they're leather and like that's treated leather, that's crazy. If it's cotton, which probably is more likely, that's also really cool as well. It's just cool to see these patterns and this really like dirty kind of look applied to those pants. We've just got a classic hoodie with some very like washed out family portrait looking background pants. That's cool. If you want to look like the background of like all those family portraits that people get at the mall, they've got it in the pants. But you know, that's cool. You know, you do you. We've got all over print painter double knee pants. I'm kind of lost in what the graphic is on these pants, so I feel like if you're going to do an all over print, it does need to work for the silhouette. Otherwise, it's like this and this moment where I'm like, I don't know what we have here. I do like the very short utilitarian denim jacket though. I love like orange and yellow stitching on like deep blues. It just looks fantastic. It looks awesome. We've got just a striped shirt with an overshirt over it, maybe a padded overshirt. Nothing too crazy in that. We've got a bomber jacket. I really like how the panels are kind of split up with this white contrast stitching all the way around it. It's highlighted all the details with white contrast stitching, and I think it works. It works quite well. It's also interesting to see that for the collar, oh no, it's got to be a different piece. Yeah, this person's wearing two pieces, because I thought that the bomber jacket had like a funnel collar, but there's the zip for the bomber, and there looks to be another zip for whatever they're wearing underneath. But that would have been a kind of cool premise to see, like a bomber jacket with a more of a funnel neck. You don't see that too often. And then we've just got some straight leg indigo denim. Cool. It looks like we've got a suede jacket. I say that because it looks like it's got that texture to it of suede with some silver detailing on it, which looks quite nice. Hopefully it doesn't have a huge back graphic on it, because if it's just that, that's a nice little piece. I like short jackets made out of suede with this simple kind of cut. It's nice. Then we've got the family portrait pants making a reappearance again. We've got a leather hooded jacket. That kind of gives me confidence that the pants have got to be leather as well, because surely they're matching, right? Like that's the whole idea. Yeah, okay. I'm not like a huge fan of hooded jackets. It's not a silhouette that I really gravitate towards to. And ever since watching The Wire, it just makes me think of Method Man, because I feel like every single scene I saw him in, he was always wearing a hooded jacket. Or maybe I'm just remembering that wrong, but yeah, it does remind me a lot of like New York rappers and things like that, which is cool. It's a nice aesthetic, but like not one that I generally have in my wardrobe for sure. But the pants are cool. I think the pants are cooler than the jacket, but each to their own, I suppose. We've got a workwear jacket. Looks like we're trying to put too many pockets on a very short piece. I don't know if you guys kind of see that as well. It looks like they were like, crap, we want to put the same amount of pockets that a chore jacket has, but on like a really short jacket. So we're going to kind of like mush it all together. It's cool though. Like, I could definitely see some of my mates that really like workwear, but also like a bit of streetwear spice. They would go for something like this. And it's got a double zip feature. It's got buttons and a zip closure. Stussy Sports zip up hoodie underneath. I think that one looks quite nice as well. Nice colors to it. Just some simple pants down the bottom. Simple, I guess, collared jacket as well, or collared sweatshirt, I should say. Nice washed out blue denim. That's pretty cool. Don't know who's wearing Timberlands and denim in spring, but each to their own. If you want to rock it, go for it. We've got some patterned, like, snake kind of pants here. That's kind of cool. And a very cloudy, washed out jacket, probably to match the portrait pants and everything like that. Looks like we got like a rhinestone kind of beanie for it this season as well. We've got very utilitarian jacket with matching pants. Not really my style, not my thing to go for. Then we've got a reappearance of the hooded jacket in that pattern design. So it looks like you can either get it in a leather or this patterned like snake. I don't even know how to describe it. Snake dye, because there's like dye thrown in here as well. So we've got painter pants making a reappearance. Varsity jackets, you can never go wrong with varsity jackets. Although I'm a huge fan of having the arms made out of leather. Just a really nitpicky preference from myself. Some really cool denim though down the bottom. Really like the colored stitching on that. We've got that all over print design making a reappearance on the jacket. Again, I'm still super lost on what the design is. And I feel like if I'm lost in that, then the design hasn't worked well with the silhouettes that we've chosen, or the design isn't good enough or appropriate here. That's just my thoughts though. Stussy Sports pieces making a lot of reappearances this season. Honestly, none of them have kind of piqued my interest outside of the varsity jacket, but and the zip up hoodie, I suppose. We've got that all over print denim showcasing all the stores that Stussy has and the classic interlocked logo there. Not really for me. We've got a half zip, a fuzzy half zip, and like a grid camo pair of pants. This is nice. I like this. We've got this very mesh, mesh top that is inspired by sports and has sports references to it because, you know, look at the big 80 on it and stuff like that. It's a cool mesh top. This is something that I would wear in spring, more likely summer. And just some nice brown pants. I don't have any brown pants in my wardrobe, but these are nice. Brown denim probably as well, which you don't see too often. We've got some grid shorts, which and then we've got a knit sweater, which could be really cool. It looks like it's very loose gauge as well, because it looks like you can see like his arms through it. So it doesn't look like a very tight knit. It looks like a very loose knit, which is really cool. And then we've just got a very weatherproof jacket with the leather pants making a reappearance. Well, that is the spring 23 season. What are my favorite pieces from it? Probably the suit. That knit was cool. Some of the denim was cool. The bomber jacket was cool. This suede jacket is probably one of the biggest highlights that I really liked, just because it's super simple. There definitely were some flops in this season. This snake pattern jacket and pant combo was a bit strange to me. This all over print didn't really work for me. Same with this all over print. That didn't really work for me. But this was a hit. I really liked this top. This was really cool. But, and the knit. Really liked the knit as well. But, yeah, that's just my thoughts. All in all, I think it's an okay spring 24 season. There's definitely been better Stussy seasons and better pieces releasing from Stussy, but I still just wanted to go through the lookbook with you guys and drop my thoughts here and there throughout. I'd love to hear if you actually picked up anything from the spring 24 season when it dropped. Did you go for any of the jackets, any of the denim, any of the shirts. Let me know if you did pick up anything from the season down in that comment section below. And that's it all covered, guys. Realistically, probably would have liked something a little bit more extravagant from the season and some things that I could definitely remember it for, but I definitely would take away that if that jacket is made out of suede, that very motorcycle inspired jacket, I wouldn't mind that. That's a nice piece. And some of the denim, the knit sweaters, pieces like that, some cool stuff here. Definitely not the best Stussy season that we've seen, but still wanted to talk about it, and I am keen to cover the summer 24 lookbook as well that recently released, so stay tuned for that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Were you a big fan of the spring 24 season? Were you more of a fan of the summer 24 season? Let me know down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming Stussy releases or past Stussy releases, let me know by giving me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,860 subscribers before the end of the month. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of June. That's everything I gotta say about the lookbook for spring 24, guys. So until the next Stussy video, until the next drop list video, until the next Streetwear Talk video in general, catch you later.